Hi everyone, my name is Hallie Phillips. I'm from a super small town in Indiana called North Salem. I go to Tri-West High School and I'm planning on going to Taylor for a business degree with an emphasis in finance. I feel that God is calling me into the business world because I have such a strong desire to serve others and get to know them on a personal level. There are so many situations in business where you have to entrust the people who came before you. You have to entrust in your colleagues, your coworkers, your bosses. And I feel like this is such a strong reflection of how God sees us in our relationship with God. And we may not know what it lies ahead, but if we surrender ourselves and put our trust in the Creator, I believe He will make impossible ways possible. And whether it's, saying hi to a friend or just going out of your way, I feel like that is something that such a God honoring person would do. And really just making sure you're connecting with people, even if it's a 1-minute conversation. I feel God personally using me in the business world by being able to give me the confidence to speak up, and in doing so, build deep relationships with people. There was an example of this the other day where I work as a bank teller at a local bank, and it's such a fun job. I love being able to meet all different kinds of people who come in, and it's almost like we have a little bond since they're regulars. But this guy came in the other day and he was talking about worship music, and none of my coworkers really knew what to say, and I was just kind of listening from behind. But I felt God giving me the opportunity to speak up and share what I loved about worship music. So we were talking and we found common ground in worship music about how it makes us feel the best version of ourselves and allows us to have a great start to our day. I feel like this is such a small interaction in a business world where I got the opportunity to tell someone about God and share our love and find common ground. And that person who was once a stranger, now I felt like somebody I really knew. And I feel, even from my little cubicle at the bank, I felt God using me and giving me an opportunity to be a kingdom worker. And with this gift that He has given me, I pray that I will be able to instill more confidence in myself to speak up whenever needed and to allow myself to meet people and build connections no matter what it may be. Okay, now for the big question, why did I choose Taylor University? Well, funny enough, I honestly did not want to go to Taylor at all. My mom went there, my dad went there, all my aunts went there, my uncle went there, my Nana and Papa were actually on the parents' council, and I loved the legacy that they always had. They always talked about their traditions, but I just did not want to be a follower. I was like, I'm doing my own thing, I'm not going to Taylor. But I did try it out. I went on a visit, I did the overnight visit, and it was honestly like love at first sight. It felt like I was at a 24/7 church camp almost. I just remember whenever I went to chapel, and I knew that it wasn't mandatory, but everyone was there, everyone was worshiping the Lord, and they chose to be there. And I think that's just such a great example of what Taylor does. Is they don't make you do it, but they know that this is going to help you in your faith and guide you in the right direction. And then I remember going to a class actually, and I loved how they started out the class, the professors, they start out with a prayer, or they'll start out with a devotional, and all the students were so happy and so encouraging of me just by being in the class and seeing what Taylor was really all about. I also loved the tradition at Taylor. Like I said, whenever my parents went there, they had so much tradition, and I did really like the part about it, whether it was, the silent night aspect or just other student life activities. I was like, okay, I'm never gonna be bored here. This is gonna be perfect. So I just honestly just really felt like even through those activities, I would get to know people and learn more about God. And really, I just felt like I belonged at Taylor. And I've already met so many people that are going there next year, and I feel as though they're gonna be my lifelong friends. And I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to see what else God does for me at Taylor.